Hello, beautiful people. I hope everybody's having a lovely day. I'm having a pretty nice morning, all things considered. I woke up early today, but had a good night's sleep. So, I'm feeling pretty great. It's kind of irking me that, like, for some reason my left earbud is not working. It's the only, like, no audio's coming out of it. Just kind of weird. But anyway, we're back. And we're back with Library of Ruina. Doing a bit of exploring the library, turning people into books, and then burning those books. Looks like there's a whole bunch of different looks like there's a whole bunch of different options here. I'm interested to see, like, if we're searching for a only hardcover books. Confirm. Okay, so these blue ones are considered to be hardcover. So what constitutes a object d'art? I don't think we have any of those. We don't have any of those. Limited are the purple ones. Okay. So it's just, I guess it's just a way of sorting rarity. Okay. So what we were looking at doing is doing a bit of customization. Now, I have a couple of people who have requested very specific locations. For example, both Necro and Fatal want to be in Jebros, a librarian that we haven't unlocked squad. However, we've got slots open, basically. So if anybody has any requests, if anybody would like to be included in the game as a bean, the only one that you can't take is Bong Bong. So Bong Bong is the one you can't take. Other than that, all of the characters are basically up for grabs. I'm going to try to customize characters based on how they looked in the previous game, because the concept here is that we have characters who are members of the Lobotomy Corporation and who were trapped inside the Lobotomy Corporation loop, but found their way out. I think this one, and then like a teal hair color is what we're gonna go with. That looks pretty much right on point. And I think I'm trying to see, like, is that the hairstyle that I chose? I thought it was something else. Not that one. It's weird because the hairstyles look almost identical, but they're slightly different. Finding the right hairstyle to match the characters that I had last game. Yeah, I think what I had before is about right. I think it was something else. I don't think it was this one, but I'm having a hard time identifying the one that I used on Kaldi before. Yeah, this one? Yeah, I think we're gonna go with that one because it wasn't the one with the center spike. The teeth. I need to change the mouth first because the mouth is absolutely irking me. I do like that it changes all of the mouths. one attack. I like that one. I do like that all of the this is going to be perfect for Fatal. I think that it's 1-to-1. You can basically take the characters and make them almost exactly the same in this one, with some very, very slight variations to the way that the eyes look. I think we're gonna go with this. I think I like the standard body size, but I do appreciate that you can change the pages. I kind of think this purple suit is drippy. Yeah, I like this purple suit. I think we're gonna run with this for a while. No, I don't. I want to press the complete button. There, achievement. That was rarer than getting to the next thing. Like, nobody customized librarians in this game mode. All right, and Bong Bong is going to stay as is. There will be no way that I modify Bong Bong. We do have someone in Yasad's section, which Fatal said they were willing to go into Yasad's spot. I kind of am inclined to do that. They said Jeboro's their first pick, but I don't know how long it's going to be before we can actually have anybody in those spots. I don't even have Jeboro yet. And then let's see, appearance. We know the hairstyle. The bangs, it's gonna be, I think this hair color is almost perfect as is. And it's the balls. That's it. And I think we had twin tails. But it was like the long ball twin tails. This one, I think. I'm pretty sure that's it. She can assassinate me if I got it wrong. The eyes are impossible to miss. That's this one. Really can't see the eyebrows. And this is kind of strange, but I need to like go back into chat because I cannot remember what Fatal's mouth looks like. Jump to the spot where we saved everybody. Yeah, I think it's this one. And now the drip. The important part. I think this will be one that Fatal can kind of help me pick whenever she's actually here. How does she want to look? Like a murder hobo? Like a robo hobo? I kind of like this one. But these are the library assistant spots, so I think this one is Yasad's. We're gonna give her this look for now, and she's more than welcome to change it if she wants. Alright, now let's see. We have, I think only one more librarian is available right now, and that is Bong Bong. Yeah, and Bong Bong is with Malkuth. So nobody's allowed to modify Bong Bong. Alright, we've got our little team. Perfect. Alright, let's get into some invitations. Let's play the video game now. This is the Book of Jack and the Book of Pierre. We already did that one, so now we can use the Book of Mars to fight these bozos a second time. It's all my fault that the job went wrong. We are taking our hands off the library from now on. Was his death pointless then? I'm sorry, you can blame me all you want. I misjudged. Our profession is peacekeeping, not exploration or combat. I didn't buy any cake yet. Oh, he bought her a cake. He ate the old one and I knew they were fucking. I called it. Y'all can look back last stream. You bragged so much that you'd be just like your mother someday. That's what happens to people who die in there. I won't let them toy with him. I'll never let them. I'll go there on my own. I've got friends to help me. This is frankly heartbreaking. Shouldn't have seen that. That's funny coming from the one who gave a speech on how fixers shouldn't cling to bonds. That's that, and this is this. Roland has absolutely no consistency in his morality and his thought processes. He flip-flops back and forth constantly. Still reacting to every bit of loss as a waste of energy. Everybody lives with burdens to bear. Literally just back and forth. I have my share of unfortunate events, and so do others, and it's rude to expose that without the listener's agreement. They'll be bothered to learn something they didn't really have to know. They're already carrying a hefty load of emotional baggage, and telling them your sob story would feel like you're showing off how heavy your own baggage is. They might feel a bit of sympathy, but they'll also be displeased. Don't overexpress your feelings whether you're happy or sad, and say goodbye to each other with inappropriate words. It's all for the sake of each other. I mean, this is like decent advice whenever you're talking about being in an inappropriate scenario or a situation where like somebody's mom just died at work and they're upset and you walk up to them and you're like, yeah, my mom's dead too, you know. It's like, all right, but I feel like that's really intuitive. Like it's really easy to know, like unless you have that like the social cue blindness, which is a thing. But like this is not that complicated. I feel like there are situations where you share your burdens with another person, but make space for theirs. I don't know. It like being like, you shouldn't do that ever, but this is a different world. It sounds even more tiring. I shouldn't let my feelings distract me from my librarian work, most of all. I gotta stay level-headed and help you collect books about the city. You're right. As soon as you become useless to me, I'll dispose of you. Then I'll go back to my duties of being a useful servant for the sake of my survival, ma'am. Greetings. Shut up. I don't need a greeting from a despicable piece of junk. I'm here for Mars's book. I'll get his book, kill all the monsters here, and blow your head clean off. I'm afraid your third statement is going to be difficult for you to fulfill, dear guest. May you find your book in this place. She's like, alright then, why don't you fucking die? We're gonna run with Roland and Keldy. I'm pretty sure Keldy's already geared up. Yeah, we're gonna get right in there and see how this goes. All right. So let's see who's attacking who. They're both attacking her. So I think if we intercept this person here, then we can, or if we attack this person here, we can intercept the attack. That's an option we have. And this, I think, would be a pretty good way to do damage. And then we can go in on this bozo. Let's use quickness. Interesting. So we weren't able to intercept. I guess there's like an initiative roll beyond the initial initiative roll. Usually it gives it to the player, but you know, what are you gonna do? All right, now here we've got the exact same situation where we have same roll, same roll. We don't have enough juice to YOLO. We could use charge up or we could use appetite. I think we're gonna use appetite and see what happens. I'm interested to know like if I'm able to intercept this attack with Roland. We're gonna use gut harvest here. She's harvested. Her guts, consider them harvested. Yeah, so they went, the enemy went first in that situation as well. YOLO. And then we've got multi-hit. Staggered. And they're cooked. I like Lulu's cricket bat, and her gear looks cool too. Boosting blunt damage and boost blunt damage die. Well, considering that Roland in his current equipment is weak to blunt damage, I think I'm gonna switch that. No, I don't want to back out. I want to change his gear. Can I do that? What? Okay, now I'm confused because I've like removed his gear. So I can remove I can remove his gear completely, but can I not? I'm very confused. The interface right now is confusing the hell out of me. So it looks like I it looks like I unequipped his page. And I can't figure out how to re-equip. I was trying to change his gear because he's fatally weak. Yeah, I like the interface is, I would say it leaves some things to be desired, at least. But I'm really confused. Oh, I just started the scene. All right, this group is cooked. Everybody's attacking Keldy at the same time. Luckily, Keldy gets to go first. We could do a dodge. I mean, I think it carries over from thing to thing, so doing an attack now, it doesn't really matter because I think we're just cooked. All right, yeah, we're gonna hit her first because this almost perfectly counters the thing. Eat my flaming bat. No, I think we're gonna hit one of her goons. We're gonna see if Roland and Keldy can take out one of the goons, just them. So we're gonna go all in on taking out this goon. Perfect. So we got one goon. Now we'll see if we can take out the other goon with Roland and Keldy. We'll take less damage from slash attacks. We'll put that on Keldy as well. Alright, so they're both going to attack first, and it looks like one is hitting Keldy, the other one is hitting Roland. So I think we'll clash on this and just try to block as much as we can with Roland, and then with Keldy, we're going to go... let's see. Both of these damage types are not ideal for trying to attack this particular enemy. We could use to chop it off, but we're about to take like an ass ton of damage if we do that. I don't think YOLO is the play either. I think we're gonna go with Commandeering to see if we can block some of this damage. Oh, get dodged! Get fucking dodged! Go Roland! Okay, we rolled like shit again, so we're gonna have to see who's attack. They're both hitting Roland. Which means we can go hard with Keldy, or we could go hard with Keldy if we had any juice left. We don't have any juice left. Let's see, Roland only has defensive abilities right now. She's gonna hit first, and we can kind of maybe counter. Come on, Roland. Block. Perfect. All right. Somehow we're doing okay. I'm genuinely surprised. All right, Roland's just got light attack and light defense. We've only got this, but on a clash we can restore light. Well, we'll see how this goes. It's not looking good for Keldy right now. Got the stagger though. We might be able to get the other bozo down as well. Yeah, I don't even want to risk it. I think we're just gonna go ham sandwich on this other bozo. We're gonna see if we can take them out as well. And then with this clash, we're gonna try to dodge and block. Didn't get the dodge off. We got staggered, and now we're like gonna take 1 billion fire damage next turn. Okay. So Keldy's the one who's gonna get smacked next turn. We're gonna try endure. Yeah, we're gonna try endure. See if we can hold on. Nope, we got staggered. Okay, so now she's gonna attack Roland. We'll try to block with Roland, although I don't like our chances. We're pretty damn low. We could try focused strikes. Although like I said, I don't particularly like our chances here. Yeah, he's cooked. It is technically possible for me to survive this. Technically. We're gonna try. Holy smokes. I don't know how we just survived that. That's super lucky. But I think our luck's out. Like we're out of juice. We're all out of juice. I'm pretty sure she just hits with that no matter what. That was a tie? I have no idea how I didn't just die. No, we're definitely cooked here. And we can't do YOLO, but we can do chop. We lost. That's fine. We knew that was gonna happen. I don't know why it lets me unequip my build on the character. Like it let me unequip my build with Roland, but it wouldn't let me re-equip something different. Like, I'm trying to figure out, like, is there an alternate thing? I use the wheel to scroll through the list. Yeah, this will have to be something I'll need to ask the veterans whenever they get here, because I have no idea what the deal is with that. All right, Bong Bong, show me how it's done. Bong Bong has access to YOLO, but not quite enough juice to pull it off. We got charge up, we'll do that. But blow it up. I think we're good. Feeling good even. We got a little burn on her. I would hit her with the YOLO, but I don't think it's gonna do a lot of damage. She's resistant to that kind of damage. Alright, we're gonna try to counter her with some defense. Did not go super well, but we did get her. I mean, we took a ton of damage on Malkuth, but we did manage to get through it. Curtain call for the reception of Lulu. Are you feeling guilt or any strong emotions? I'd be lying if I said I feel nothing, but I've already seen plenty of these cheap tragedies. Been the victim myself a whole lot of times too. You sound like a seasoned veteran for someone who introduced himself as a washed-up fixer. I have my reasons. What are you curious? Wait, what are you? Curious? What? Are you curious? Goddamn. Punctuation is hard. You said it's a rude thing to do, didn't you? Besides, I could simply turn you into a book and read your story if I really wanted to. Whoa now, let's not go there yet. How about you? I'm curious to know what our head librarian thinks. Me? Indifferent. I've also seen relationships and scripted deaths too many times and repeat. So I've been trying to run a system where people are free to choose their own destiny this time around. Free from any coercion. I mean, sure, they all read the warnings on the invitation and agree to those terms by signing their names, but it's still a bit dirty, you know? You're unkillable and I can revive whenever I die. Again, with that, I thought you said my method is fair. Yeah, you aren't wrong. Much more polite and fair than most things in this city. Better than nothing is basically where we're at, right? Okay, so let's gear Hod up. I love Hod. I think she's so adorable in this game. Let's gear Hod up. Actually, no, let's burn some books. We'll put the freshest gear on Hod. Only the freshest for Bay. Achievement. Alexandria Simulator. Burn 100 books. It's a lot of cards. Okay. So now we equip Hod with a new key page. That's cute. I like that. We're gonna go with that. Okay, now we have to build something. I like charge up because I like being able to do something. This has a 50% chance to inflict a burn on a successful attack. So maybe going with burn stuff. Let me see if there's a way to search for burn. My goodness. Yeah. Set fire and taste my flaming bat. Unclash wind boosts next die's value by 3 and inflict 2 burn. We're gonna try this. We're gonna do 2 of each of these with charge up. Oops. I like deflect. 1 hit, inflict 1 paralysis next scene. God damn, the walls of the house are rattling because they're shelling outside right now. It's kind of intense. Non-stop assault looks like a pretty good thing to have as well, although YOLO is the goat. We'll do a commandeering, a YOLO, and let's see, we've got two things with defenses. I'd like something with late defense, like fleet footsteps. We'll try that. Okay, here we go. I might have to undo everything I just did because... Oh, it's today's shy look! Nice! There's our boy. Okay, let's see. So I'm watching today's shy look is moving. If it's anything like the previous one, then he'll just kind of let me do the thing. Oh no! Uh-oh. We're cooked. He flashed like from far left to far right, even faster than he did in the past. Oh my god, okay. So that's it's not quite what I was looking at before. Dice gain different amounts of power depending on the current phase. And he's doing 2 to 16 damage. My god. Again, 2 to 16 damage. When I clicked that button, he was in the smiley face. This is even worse than today's shy look from the from Lobotomy Corporation. Yeah, we're cooked. Oh my goodness. Okay, so that didn't go well. We're gonna give it another crack. We're gonna take another crack at it, if you will. Now, I don't know what happened there, but it looked like he didn't attack. It looks like he just didn't attack at all. I know. I thank you for believing me. I appreciate it. I'm gonna try to wreck this bozo. So now he's doing gain 5 power if target is staggered. Gain 5 power if the target is staggered. So this is just his like block ability. He's blocking. He shifts so fast. And I think we got him. Yeah, we burned him. We burned his ass to death. Pog. Alright, here's the books you asked for. Thanks, Mr. Roland. No need to be so courteous. You can drop the Mr. and just call me Roland. Can I, Roland? Much better. It feels kind of awkward to speak like this right away. You'll get used to it. How's the collection going, by the way? I'm not sure if the city has anything worth being called literature. It seems like each person's life counts as a work of literature. Woohoo! The story of one's life is written out like a book of its own. And in that story, comedy and tragedy intertwine in a complex way. It's hard to define anyone as pure evil or pure good for that matter. Everyone has their own personal affairs. That's why I'm wondering if it's really okay to blindly hate someone. The fixers from the streetlight office were like a happy family, but we killed them just to get their books. I understand that it was their choice to come here, and we have our own goal to achieve, but still. It feels like I'm just making excuses for myself. You see, Hod, taking everyone's personal affairs into consideration is only going to end up giving you a headache. This world is so cruel. You'd sometimes be just as confused as if you hadn't thought about it at all. Thinking about moral standards and fundamental causes and all that only makes everything blurry. All the while, your heart is about to burst from the emotional baggage that won't go away. In times like that, you just go straight to where your heart leads. No need to learn or know any further. What if your deep-seated love and passion is murder? Then wouldn't that be bad? I feel like that would be bad. That's your advice as a seasoned fixer, Roland? I guess so. Here's a favorite phrase of mine. That's that, and this is this. We don't live in a world that can embrace everyone's private matters. Sounds like you've come to terms with reality. Did ages ago. It surely was an easy and comfy way to live, all things considered. Just go with the flow, wherever it may lead. Thanks for the advice. I might think about this topic a little more. But the phrase you mentioned might give you comfort for a short while, but it doesn't sound like a motto that will redeem your life. Hod is cooking. Hey Falgrim, do you wanna be the next bean that comes out? I'll leave the books here. See you later then. Cool. Achievement. Reach the rank of Urban Legend. Oh, we're Urban Legends now. And I savor the magnificent fragrance of the sacrifice which fills my room. Who do you think will be the one who gets through all this mist and claims the collapsed nest in the end? It's hard for me to predict the outcome of this event, Underboss. It has been a while since we were involved in a bloodshed of this scale. However, it is certain that we should not allow the index to take over the yoke. Well said. The middle, the ring, and the pinky seem to be too occupied with their own business to take part in this strife, so that's a relief. No reason to apologize for being distracted. I got you, boo-boos. Oh, you didn't apologize. Well, don't anyway. Have you heard of the library, a recently appointed urban legend? Perhaps it would be closely related to this nest we're so concerned with. Looks like we're about to ride a real big wave. The library will soon be exalted to being an urban legend from its status as an urban myth. The city is brimming with cheap urban myths. It's really hard to tell which are real and which are all made up. What's more, a lot of those urban myths turn out to be pretty plain and boring when you get down to the root of it all. The real fun begins when an urban myth is recognized as an urban legend. You're being too roundabout. If the associations designate us with a higher grade, we can expect to attract guests of higher classes with more valuable information. Is that what you're trying to say? You got it! Urban legends get talked about. People will begin to acknowledge us as an actual phenomenon in the city that's worth their attention. You see, when I was a kid, my grandma used to tell me tales about all sorts of urban legends. They would always send a chill down my spine. Ah, bugger. Didn't want to be reminded of the old days. Roland, you're so tortured. A family. I lost them, though. So you're without a family now? No one's with me anymore. I was raised by my grandma. Don't know how my parents passed away and grandma disappeared without notice one day. Then, never mind. It's nothing special. What were you trying to say? Anyways, you said your goal is to get this book that'll give you freedom, right? That's right. I want the freedom to leave this place and the freedom to live as myself. And the freedom to forget. Then is freedom the only reason you're trying to gather all these books? You're only half right. During my time living underground, I could only pick up fragmented information about the outside world. I've seen and heard the same stories over and over again. I want to hear new stories now. I want to see new faces. That's also why I'm looking for the book that contains everything about the world, and a little bit of revenge at the same time. Revenge, huh? For what? I'm taking revenge on the abominable person and the world that made me into what I am. Only after I've completely and thoroughly destroyed everything he dreamed for will my freedom finally be whole. Oh my god. Angela, no! So you'll eventually get to the freedom and vengeance you want if you keep following where this red invitation leads to. It will guide me to the book that will let me achieve things. Bleh. It will guide me to the book that will let me achieve such things, to be exact. How exactly those wishes will come to true is beyond me. The one book that will complete me and the library. If I can find that one absolute book containing everything I want to know, all will be resolved. Wait, hold on. That's your whole plan, just to find the book? You don't exactly know how to earn that freedom and stuff? The only thing I know for sure is that I myself will become whole at the end of the journey led by the invitation. The library has infinite space. I could extract infinite books from countless guests and clear this whole time. Roland is just kind of being thick about it. Let's say you got the one book somehow, but you don't even know what it'll exactly do to you to make you whole. I don't care what happens to me. I'll be satisfied with anything as long as I can get the results. It's almost scary how tenacious you are. Netzach! Librarian of the Arts. Our goat, Netzach, is lying flat on the floor, huh? Netzach casts a glimpse at Roland while still lying on the floor before turning back again. The books are all over the floor too. I'm sensing zero motivation to work. Hello, Mr. Netzach, patron librarian. Ugh. If you keep refusing to cooperate, Angela's gonna raise hell with me. Please wake up. Know how it feels to give everything you got to make something, only to see it completely break? I tried so hard building a sandcastle and it got swept away by the waves, and I bet it was Angela who made those waves. I was woken up once again, called on to take charge of the work I don't want yet again. Leave me alone for a bit, I want to go back to sleep. Boy, oh boy. How could every one of you hate Angela so much? Please help me out, will ya? We're in the same boat, you know. He barely sets up. You're pitiable, man. How you end up in a place like this? I know, right? I think I'm in a miserable spot, too. So, can you please spare some of that sympathy for us working hard together? You probably know already, but I'm Netzach, librarian on the artsy floor. And a proper introduction from me as well. I'm Roland, Angela's servant and library worker. I gotta wonder, how am I always left with a kind of work that doesn't suit me at all? How does everyone hate Angela so much? I think it would be really funny to play Library of Ruina without ever having played Lobotomy Corporation and genuinely being like, I don't know, Angela seems pretty cool. I don't understand why everybody hates her. You tell me, I never thought I'd work in a library of all places either. You're gonna be sorting books related to the arts from a bunch of things. From a bunch I bring, right? Hey Caldy, how you doing? I made your bean. You're with Roland, apparently. Can you go back now since we're done exchanging names and all? Look, you can lie down all you want, but you're gonna do your work, right? It's not like I have a choice in that matter. I'm counting on you. Please make sure to work, alright? Art floor. Cool. And it looks like we get another bean? Yeah, you're with Roland, and I gave you the purple suit as a drip, as your drip. I thought it was, I don't know. For some reason, it spoke to me when I saw it. I was like, this actually is gonna fit really nicely on Keldy. I like it. Shit. So wait, what are we on? Heart of Aspiration, Lungs of Craving. Are we on Greed? What is this? So it looks like the lungs have kind of strength to everything. And the heart in the middle is weak to everything. The heart is doing, I mean, if the lungs are cooked, then the heart is going to shut down too. So let's see what a blow it up does. I know, we're going to use quickness, because that's got a dodge involved. And I need to reset Roland's gear. I accidentally jumped into this way too quickly. Wait, you read this? Aspiration, lose 4 HP if the character did not deal any damage for a scene. Yeah. So it looks like if I manage to block all of the attacks from the lungs, then they won't be able to hurt me. So if we go basically if we go full defense, we're good. Let's see how it goes. Oh, that'd take ages, actually. Yeah, it's only 4 damage. Wait, you read this. Yeah, so it looks like we're doing very, very, very minute amounts of damage to these things. We've got focused strikes. Let's just go all in on one of the lungs. Pale hands. Alright, everybody is gonna hit Keldy. Keldy needs to defend. And then we can go focus strikes. I think we'll be able to kill this one with focus strikes. Yeah. I think the goal here is just to make sure that we take one of them out. I think we're gonna put this on Keldy because Keldy actually has the ability to do 3 attacks on the next turn. We'll see, as long as Keldy doesn't lose the thing and get staggered. And we did it! We got the bleed off from, my goodness. The heart is freaking out. My eyeballs kind of hurt from all this pulsing. I guess the heart must be doing something. We're gonna see if killing the lungs does the thing. I think the bloodbath attack the same target might cross turns. Yeah, I'm not sure if it does or not. I figured if it does, then awesome. If it doesn't, then being able to inflict it in a single turn is also pretty goated, so... Max damage. Gut harvesting. That should be enough. We're gonna push a little harder just in case. Alright, the lungs are cooked. Typically, in a circulatory system, if the lungs are cooked, then the heart is not long for this world. We need to charge up. No. Not enough. Alright, we did get charge up successfully, but unfortunately it didn't really matter because we got staggered. Now we're gonna chop it off. Got our bleed off. Alright, I guess that means we need... We've got YOLO, but we don't have enough to use it. We've got gut harvesting, but again, not enough to use it. We'll use this. No, we do have enough to use it. Never mind. Gut harvesting, I think, is our highest damage potential here. Technically, no. You only live once is our highest damage potential, but it also has like a wild range in the amount of damage it can do. Oh, yep, fuck it. YOLO. don't think we have any way to deal with the... I don't think we have any way to charge up. We're gonna have to roll over and wait until we get our next set. We're getting really close to the point where I might have to actually... of preparation, finally. Uh-oh. I think you actually need to win the clash in order for preparation to give you what you need. So hopefully charge up will be able to give me some juice. We're hurting for it. I think Roland is going to have to take a break now. Alright, charge up is enough, gave us enough juice to be able to actually use a real attack. We'll hit him with gut harvesting and we'll have Roland use charge and cover. Almost. He should, oh yeah, that's right, his bleed wore off. He should be cooked, but he endured. Alright, Keldy's gotta take a break. Okay, good. We got it. What Abno is that? Angela, I called them all. Malkuth, Yesod, Netzach, and Hod. It's been a while since I saw you all gathered up in one place. Angela, what are you trying to accomplish with this? I think I've made my choice of going to Yesod's. Okay, you got it, Fatal. I'll put you in Yesod's next opportunity I get. Heart of Aspiration. Hang on a second. I've played way too recently to have already forgotten. That's an item, isn't it? That's the item that gives you the damage boost. Oh, yeah. I guess for some reason I was thinking like that we wouldn't wind up with abnormalities that were items, but I don't know why I thought that. Alright, let's loosen up a bit, everybody. We've got nothing to talk about with the likes of you. Wait, I do. I have a problem with the process of retrieving the light. You don't want to kill the guests with your own hands, do you? And you don't want to suffer yourselves either. He's right. Even though the guests chose to come in here, we shouldn't drive people to death as part of our work again. It's not right. You were alright with killing hundreds upon hundreds of employees, but now you're upset about killing a few strangers? Hypocrites. Don't lump me in with you lot, will you? I at least seek agreement from them. Got anything left to say, Netzach? We thought that would be the last of it. Not any more of this. We don't have a choice, Netzach. Nothing we say will get through to her anyway. You're still cold and heartless, Angela. She is a robot, my dude. Don't be so emotional now. I know you all realize deep in your hearts that this is the only way. If you didn't want to do this, you shouldn't have tried to stop me in the first place. Leave, all of you. Well, Fatal, I'm really glad to hear that you want to be in Yesod's. Because, fun fact, you already are. I chose your drip for you, and I'm pretty sure that the hair and the face match, but the nice thing about this game is that I can tweak that anytime I want. But yeah, you're already in Yesod's. I got Bong Bong, Fatal, Keldy, and then we've got 2 extra bean slots. The next bean I make is going to be Falgrim. Customizing appearance. We're gonna try to make you the same as you were in the previous game. So something like dark green hair. I'm gonna open Ruina to see which outfit I had. Do that for sure. Okay, and then I think Falgrim had something like this. Some light pigtails. I won't tell you until you get. Okay, okay. Yeah, of course I have a limited amount of drip available, so you have to be patient until we get to that point, and then you can help me. I like this. I think this is cute. This mouth is pretty appropriate as well. But we're gonna give him kind of a fighter mouth. Eyeballs, fighter eyeballs. Now the outfit. No, I don't want to do that. Appearance projection. I like that. I like that a lot. I think that matches. I've seen Falgrim a bajillion times, and most of the time he's wearing a hoodie. That's appropriate. Complete. Okay, let's do some invitations. See, we need a Book of Lulu and a Book of Mars. Oh, I like that giant claymore. That's fun. I'm glad you're here for it, Bubus. I want to retrieve their books at least, and barging into Zwei HQ to beg like this is not the right way to do it. Come on, you know better than that. Isidore, please. Let's help him out just once. Could we at least request our superiors for a view of this case? Julia, I know you're friends with this idiot, but even then, we should not act upon friendship or attachment. The whole system could collapse otherwise. The lobby will be filled with all kinds of miserable folks, begging and pleading for help. You may be a low-grade pipsqueak, but you're still Zwei's associate fixer nonetheless. You'd better remember what you learned today. I'm responsible for this case, and the association is responsible for it too. Nowhere in our records does it say that Zwei is involved in this case, though. I have no idea what you're talking about, miss. So that's how it is. You use us as you please, then you turn your back on us so easily. Hello, you're putting the blame on the wrong people here. Even if such a deal did take place, like you said, you must have demanded or at least expected a corresponding reward. That's what a deal is, after all. You used the association as much as the association used you. You don't get to talk like it was a one-sided extortion. Come on, let's not act like rookies now. You've been in this business for 8 years. You should know how things work by now. Isidore, you don't have to be so harsh. We all started out as office mates. I'm just frustrated. I don't want to see him in such a wretched state either. Sorry, I understand what you're trying to say. You're right. That's how it has always been. I'll look for another way now. I'm so sorry. I never thought it would turn out this way. Well, would you look at that? Now this is the proper procedure I'm talking about. The Hana Association just elevated the library from urban myth to urban legend. That means our association can now officially act on this case, right? Well, yeah, but we still don't know Zwei's stance on it yet, so don't get your hopes up, alright? Thanks, Isidore, I really owe you one. I need to ban stream boo as like a thing. If you say stream boo, it gets instantly shadow blocked, and then the person gets banned. It's just really obnoxious. Okay. It's nothing. All I did was compile information following procedure and send it to the higher-ups. There certainly have been reports that several other syndicates and offices fell victim to the library, although they were mostly insignificant fledglings. But it's all thanks to the masterful data analysis by our lovely Isidore from Section 6 that it could be handled so quickly, right? That's my girl. Fine, believe in whatever you want. Anyway, do you still have the invitation with you? Looks like an association is about to make their move. Things will be different from now on. How much of a difference does that make? The guests we've had so far gave us a visit out of casual interest or curiosity, but our future guests will have a clear goal in mind involving the library. A case officially recognized by the associations is guaranteed to be rewarding, and money attracts an awful lot of attention. The scale of our affairs is only going to escalate from here, like it or not. Our threat level or importance is still probably on the lower end, but we'll nevertheless get all sorts of people trying to unravel the mysteries of this place as long as the associations have their eye on us. I like the sound of that. I can make more valuable books out of them. I still have a lot to see and learn. I've been wondering for a while, but what's stopping you from leaving here? I'm under a curse, a deep, ancient curse. That is what's attached to me. No being that isn't human can walk out of this place. Besides, I don't want to leave this place until I've had my revenge, either. It's not too bad, so far. Rather, I've been actually quite delighted lately. It's been full of brand new things, unlike the prison that was my past life. New faces, accumulating knowledge, intriguing events. I like the abundance of freshness. I want to know more. I will keep learning, and as I learn, I might finally figure out why I had to be subject to such torment. God, like, Angela straight up is just trauma dumping on Roland constantly. I guess I gotta work harder then. I can't leave here as long as you can't, you know? Hey, if we get to leave one day, why don't I take you to a place I frequent? You mean a restaurant? Yep, they make some sick meat stew there. Oh, Roland is hitting on Angela. Let's go! One of the secrets to that stew is the giant tin pot they commissioned. T-Corp customized. Boil meat with some water for just 10 seconds in that thing, and you get tenderized meat with a rich broth that you'd normally only get after 3 straight days of boiling. Creating a taste that's so rich in such a short time is what makes the restaurant so hot. The only issue is that prices are a bit high. I spent half of my last job's payout on a single meal one time, but it's totally worth it. Oh right, you're capable of eating. Sorry for bringing up useless words, ma'am. There are plenty of other places you'd love to visit, so I'll make sure to give you a tour through the city, ma'am. I can eat, but I cannot taste the food. I do wish to try dining like you people do if I get a chance, though. In any case, we need to finish the task at hand before anything. And the stew. I'll keep that in mind. Aw, that's sweet. Crack that rough exterior shell. Okay. So, let's take a peek at... Is this how you change it? This is how you change it. Okay, okay. I figured we did it. We've cracked the case, you guys. Huh. Okay, so Falgrim is already set up with Lulu's build. Okay. Lulu's friend. I like this casual can-do attitude with the wrench axe over the shoulder. That's fantastic. 50% chance to boost pierce damage by +1. That's pretty good. Let's kit Hot out with pierce damage then. I wonder if it's possible to filter out things with pierce. Did I fuck up the spelling? No, I didn't. Okay. So let's take some of the rarer stuff that has pierce in it, or that is pierce heavy. Like going first. I think we're gonna take 3 of that. We're gonna go heavy on it. We're gonna take cooking prep and charging cover. I'll take 2 cooking prep because that's about defense in the beginning. We'll take a standard thrust, a preparation, and then we'll take a rampage. And Falgrim's already geared, so time to go. Let's give it the old 1-2. Let's see, they're gonna go first. Which means we could... We're just gonna go for this person. And we're gonna do charge and cover. That gives us a bit of a block there. Oof, we did not get our dodges off there. That could have gone better for sure. Look of the day. The librarian's face constantly shifts. Dice gain different amounts of power depending on the current face. Anger is fierce. So the angry face is the face we want to have. We're gonna hit Rampage. And then, let's see, we're gonna take... Let's see, it's dodge, smack, smack. Yeah, I don't love that. They're definitely attacking first. Waiting for today's Shylock face to get angry. Nope, that's a happy face. That's bad. We get a -2 to all of our dice rolls. Yikes. Block dice gain 1 to 2 power, deal plus 2 to 7 stagger damage on a deflect. Damn it, that's the smiley face. Oh my god, I hate today's Shylock. I hated him in LobCorp, and I hate him in this too. Makes me mad. This is not going well. I kind of feel like I probably should have just tunnel visioned on one person. Yeah, I kind of feel like I should have just tunnel visioned on one person. Getting a stagger off is really, really important. I hate today's Shylock. Literally every single time that I use my attack, I've fucked it up with today's Shylock. Every single time. Alright, Falgrim's cooked. Are we staggered again, or are we... Alright, we're up. I mean, I guess we'll hit for as much as we can. It's not looking great, though. These guys are gonna go first. Everybody's gonna hit this person, so like yeah, aside from just going in and trying to dodge, I don't really see. Oh, yikes. Yep, yikes. Okay, yep, we're cooked. I think today's Shylock fucked me on, I think, every single encounter there. It went bad. How do I... Oh my god. The... I have to actually select it. Alright, we're gonna try the bleed team. Yesod and Fatal. They're all pretty much doing the same kind of attack. Oh my god, this reminds me of something horrible that happened with Shylock, but I must keep my silence until you reach it in 32 hours. Yeah, hold on to that for me, would ya? Yeah. Oh, nice. God damn, Yesod. So we managed to get a stagger. All right, let's see what we can do this time. Inflict 2 blind next scene. God damn. Okay, cool. Finally got one of them dead. Yesod is in trouble right now though, unfortunately. So we can do this defensive ability here, and that'll block, hopefully, and give us a little bit of leeway on the next attack. Although I'm in... Yeah, no, we're just gonna have to run with that because she hits the hardest. Alright, we've got Yesod back now. They're both targeting her again. Oh, we could do this. This will give me a block against Dude Bob's attack. Yesod is gonna go after. Or what we could do Ingredient Hunt on this one here. Since Fatal is definitely gonna go after. And we could intercept this attack up here using Gut Harvesting. Oh, hell yeah. That's what I'm talking about. She's cooked. On a successful blunt attack, inflict 1 blind and paralysis next turn. Okay. Kicking it into high gear. Yesod's music is cooking. God damn, Fatal. Hit like a fucking truck. I think we got this. We did it. Curtains closed. And Netzach's abnormality encounter is available now. We yearn for the blunt dex. Yeah, well, I think that's what we're gonna need to do. Right now you guys are set up for bleed, but I think I need to set up blunt. Okay. I think we need to do Netzach, but also I'm looking around. I think I still have one person. Yeah, I still have one person who is who's in desperate need of being modified. I think we take this librarian and we could make this one. Let's see. I'm gonna customize this librarian. This is gonna be Ferret. It's great because the hairstyle is almost perfect. Right like that. All I have to do is just change the back hairstyle to nothing. Perfect. There we go. I love this mouth with the tongue sticking out whenever it gets hit. That's pretty fantastic. Alright, that's lovely. We like that. Okay, let's do Netzach next. Fragment of the Universe. I remember this one. God, I love the background. That's so cool. So I did not modify Netzach's deck. I'm just realizing this. I did not modify Netzach's deck. Add elements to target. Incomprehensible. Deal double stagger damage from all sources. Add enlightenment target. Add enlightenment to target's hand. So 4 to 8 is the stagger. So if they hit with max, they're gonna stagger me for sure. And we don't have any initial dodges or blocks. Oh yeah, they said. I think they did over the maximum amount of damage that was listed on that card somehow. I think we're cooked. Like we're just gonna, yeah. That did 0 damage. Enlightenment. While in hand, decrease max stagger resist by 50%. While in hand, decrease max stagger resistances by 50%. So you have to use this as soon as you get it. You just have to spend a turn on it. This one does 0 damage if the target has enlightenment in hand. Okay, so we're about to die. Basically, we're about to die. That's interesting. That's an interesting little combo. I get it, I think. I guess we won that clash, and therefore we don't get wrecked. Okay, wait, I think I might have figured out the puzzle for them. Of course, Netzach does not have the appropriate amount of gear or anything. So Netzach is going to be cooked. But yeah, this does 0 damage this time because we have that thing in our hands. Now we check to see what they're going to do. Add enlightenment to target hand. So we're going to use enlightenment that will block this attack that he's about to do, or it should, and put an enlightenment in our hand. And now we should wait, we didn't get an enlightenment. I think we're cooked. I'm so confused. I thought it said it puts an enlightenment in our hands, but it didn't put an enlightenment in our hands. Okay, so I need to tweak Netzach's gear. Actually, let's burn some books. Okay. We're gonna go with this. Recover 1 HP upon winning a clash. It's not, it's like whatever. But I do like the outfit. I prefer Netzach's basic outfit, but I think in the librarian info page, we can just change that if we want to. Boost next die value, max value by +3. That's pretty strong. Retaliate. Non-stop assault. YOLO, commandeering. We need a way to rebuild. We have endure. We need preparation and gather intel. Huh. That's a new one. And pound. I like charge up because it restores a light. Pretty early on, I feel like we don't really have a whole lot in the way of charge abilities. 1 clash win, deal 2 damage to the opponent. Law and order. I need more defense. Deflect. Alright, we'll try this. We're still learning. I don't have a really great feel for what cards are goated. But I do get the sense that this fight is more about dealing with the puzzles. Deal double stagger damage from all sources. So we're gonna try to block using deflect. God, that does so much damage. And the block doesn't seem to really do much. And we have an enlightenment in our hand, which means this next attack that he does should do 0 damage. No, shit, he's doing penetrate. Add enlightenment to target's hand. But he has to hit me with it. So if I block, then he won't be able to hit me with it. We'll try this. And hope that we can win this. We did! We won! Let's go! He's staggered right now. We've got YOLO and we've got commandeering. Total damage potential, commandeering is better, and I think the floor for the damage that we can do, commandeering is also better, so I think we're gonna do commandeering. We got a max damage hit with that first hit, so that's pretty good. Alright, so it is going to do 0 damage if I have enlightenment in hand. I do, so this should do 0 damage to me. Now we can do preparation. Or we can do fleet footsteps. I think we're gonna try fleet footsteps. Alright, we are going to be getting 1 hit, add enlightenment to target's hand. We could try endure. Endure, I think his damage, like, we take whatever stagger damage we get, I think. I think that's how that works. Yeah. Whatever stagger damage we would get hit with, we're just gonna get hit with it. And there's not really much we can do about it. But he's going to do that same thing again. Which means that we can hit him with something. Or a clash win, restore 1 light. Ah, that's risky. I'm gonna use this because we just guaranteed to restore 1 light. Alright, and then we've got... His next attack is going to be adding enlightenment to the target's hand. I'm going to use an enlightenment. Which just deflected his attack. I've already got one in the bank, which means that he's going to do 0 damage to me if he does this. And now I can whack him with YOLO. Max damage, get staggered. We hit him with a max damage YOLO, boys. He's in pain. Time to drive it home. He's got 12 hit points left. YOLO. Nutsack Pod. I love Nutsack. He's I think he's one of my favorite characters. Period. Inflict 1 paralysis next scene. 1 defense, recover 2 HP. We're gonna go to inflict burn. We only need to deal 4 damage. So he's going to add an enlightenment if he hits me. If he hits me, it'll stagger me as well. What we can do is we can try to defend as much of this as we can. We're gonna do deflect. Okay, we got staggered. That's unfortunate. But that means he does add a enlightenment in our hands. And yeah, he's gonna do 0 damage this turn. And now I've got an extra enlightenment I can use to block. So perfect. Now we'll block with this enlightenment. Get deflected, bozo. And then if he does the other attack, we already have an enlightenment in our hand. This is free damage. We use commandeering on him. And send him back to hell. Suppression of the fragment of the universe complete. We did it. We did the thing. Sir, you gotta wake up. You're gonna get sick if you sleep on the floor. Nutsack once again casts a glimpse at Roland while still lying on the floor before turning back again. The smell and this thing rolling around on the floor. Don't tell me. A beer can? Where the heck did you get this? This is the library, Roland. Constructed from the light of possibilities. Anything's possible as long as you've got the book. Are you sure you're sorting the books well? You seem okay at receiving guests, at least. He nods to the piles of books next to him. Really, you sorted them all? Let me see that. The books are almost randomly scattered across the floor. I don't think that counts as sorting. Here, have a drink. You've got manners, at least. Let me take a sip if you insist. Nutsack turned a book into wine. What is he cooking? He is cooking. Yeah, I never guessed I'd get the chance to drink beer in this place. Boy, how I miss the sparkling softness. Good stuff, eh? It sure is, brother. So, how's work been going? It's been going, somehow. Not that I'm satisfied with it, though. What's your biggest complaint at the moment, then? That I have to take someone else's life in my hands? But it's either you or them, ain't it? That's why I have to fight. And that's what I don't like about it. I'll probably have to kill even more people as time goes by. Doesn't matter if it's a saint or a scum of the earth. Everyone wants to live all the same. Roland says I'm smelling what you're stepping in. But it's no different out there, really. People all hurt and kill each other because they don't want to be hurt themselves. Take others' lives so you can keep yours. It's a bit too obvious, maybe. I guess that's how things were in the outside world. Where are you from, by the way? The Nest? The back streets? Don't know. I'm feeling tipsy. All I remember for sure is that I worked at Lobotomy Corp. Must have been in a pretty sweet spot working in a megacorp like that. You really think so? Duh, of course. People are bound to envy anyone who gets to join a wing. They give a lot of cash. Welfare is nice and you get social status too. Yeah, that's what they always say. Let's just forget about all that for now and drink some more. Alright, gotta drink while I can. You've gotta be kidding. Angela walks in and Nutsack has a pal. Alright, I like Roland more now. Deal 5 to 10 stagger damage to all enemies. All allies recover 5 to 10 stagger resist. On a successful pierce attack, reduce the max stagger resist of the target by 5%, up to 50%, excludes max attacks. And then incomprehensible. On a one-sided attack, inflict 1 feeble and disarm next scene at 50% chance. The likelihood increases by 10% for each successful attack 3 times per engagement, excludes mass attacks. I love that the, like... Are those mouths on the face? Giant gaping holes? I love that. That's... The art style on the cards is so cool and so satisfying. I love it. Alright, let's see. Honoro, you will not remain. Because that's not a funny name. Either Yum Yum or Bing Bong. Or Bong Bong. There is no in between. You are Yum Yum, you are Bong Bong, or you will be changed to be one of my friends. Okay. Just gotta figure out how to navigate the menus again. I love those eyeballs. We're gonna go with eyeballs, or different eyes first. I need to find some sleepy eyes. They don't have the the eyeballs with like the sleep under the eyes. Yeah, I probably will. I prioritize making friends before I make myself, though. And I oftentimes prioritize my friends' safety over my own. So I oftentimes die whenever my friends are alive. Changing the hairstyle. This is like full saturation or zero saturation. Gotta find like, there we go, something that's like brown. They actually put a proper hair part. These are bangs, though. I like this. And I like the base outfit, too. Changes have been made. Yikes. Okay. I think now we're back to invitations. Are we? Yes. Zoe Section 6, Book of Lulu, and Book of Mars. With our powers combined, we can invite these guys. I'm finally heading back to the library. Yeah, let's go retrieve the books of Mars and Lulu and come back safely. Don't forget, while our main objective has been decided as retrieving the books of Mars and Lulu thanks to the coincidence of interest between Sin and the Association, we should still try to secure as much information as possible, meaning we should collect as many books as we can. Okay, I'll keep that in mind. I know it's a silly question to ask, but why is Zoe an association specializing in peacekeeping and security deciding to set up a research team of all things to enter the library? Why did you come begging to us in the first place if you knew all that? That's because this is the only place I could count on. What about your young brother? My brother is... Never mind. Once again, I'm sorry for the trouble and thanks for the help. The distortion phenomenon, classified as an urban nightmare. I'm sure you've at least heard of it, even if you haven't seen it yourself. It's an anomaly that has been happening throughout the city ever since the White Nights and Dark Days, which is the ending of Lobotomy Corporation. The frequency may be low, but people are turning into monsters at random, and each individual occurrence is a huge pain to deal with. Yeah, I know, the pianist, the first reported case of this phenomenon, it ended up killing 80% of District 9's population. Jesus Christ. That sounds like the Silent Orchestra, but, they're using a piano, so that's different. Yeah. I remember that. I remember that. I heard that it was so sudden, the Hana Association had to dispatch one of the colors immediately after realizing the severity of the situation. That's right, yet we still don't have any clues to track down the cause of this phenomenon. The most we have is the sudden disappearance of L Corp and the White Knights and Dark Days, whose starting point was in the corporation's nest. Zoe suspects that the library may be one of the keys to understanding the distortion phenomenon. A co-worker told me a similar story. Said a resident in the area they were peacekeeping suddenly distorted and transformed into a four-legged... God damn it. I don't like how the text comes out and then it distorts. I lose my place and then I press A to like make it skip forward and then I lose, like it skips to the next thing. Transformed into a four-legged beast, even though there weren't any signs of danger or anomaly nearby. Thankfully, they managed to take care of that creature before the death toll could hit 2 digits. And I also heard that a restaurant clerk turned into a man-eating sandwich monster, something like that one time. I think I understand now. So distortion phenomenon is a clear and apparent threat to Zwei's peacekeeping activities, and they expect the library to hold the clue to resolving it. Instant text is the first setting I look for in any visual novel style game. I don't see any. Yeah, I don't see any instant text option. You got that right. Fortunately, there haven't been any cases of the phenomenon that's nearly as devastating as the pianist so far. It looks like Zoe is going to keep an eye out for the library for a while, though there are several other suspects they need to investigate as well, so we won't be getting any high-grade fixers. This is more than enough help. Thanks, Isadora. I said I'm just doing my job. It's not like I'm doing you a favor or anything. Sure you are. You have my thanks as well, Isadora. Let's get to it. Is that really true? What is? The things they said about the library. Is this place really all connected to stuff like White Knights and Dark Days, L Corp, and the distortion phenomenon? I'm frankly not even sure where we are in the city, though. What if I said it is? If you said it is, I'm not sure I get what you mean. It's extremely rare for an incident to encompass the city like the White Knights and Dark Days did. There have been some cases of wings falling apart on their own, but those only affected their own nests at most. L Corp was something else entirely. It's like the whole city fell asleep for a week. Let's say the library really is related to the White Knights and Dark Days. What does that change? Nothing, I guess. My work is still going to be the same. They were up to some shit, for sure. So this is the library. The transportation method is almost like a singularity. Yeah, the director of the library will soon come to greet us. Angela, was it? Greetings, dear guests. I'm Angela, the director and librarian of Myrule's namesake. Though it appears you already know who I am, we're here to take back the books of Mars and Lulu. They are here indeed. We can get the books we want or die and turn into books ourselves, right? That is correct, as it is written on the invitation. It's like I'm talking to a wall. She's so robotic. May you find your book in this place. Like her face, she gets all like scrunchy face. She's like, fuck you. Literally, Angela's fuck you response is, may you find your book in this place. I think we're going to start off with Malakut and Bong Bong. Robophobic comment into Die Fucker Classic. True. So our stated goal here is to take out as many people as we can for the next team. Well, that was not fantastic. When hit, inflict a burn. Yeah, we're gonna do this one. Alright. Malkuth is gonna get smacked from the middle. I think we're gonna make our target this bozo here. Everybody's weak to Pierce, but we don't really have a lot of Pierce right now. Oh, yikes. All right, Bong Bong. What do you got? I think we're gonna go Wallop. We literally just want to deal as much damage as possible to this bozo in the middle. I think that includes, yeah, we're gonna do gut harvesting. So Malakuth is gonna go as hard as possible as well. Man. Malakuth got targeted really hard. And luckily, she was the one who I just put the, if you smack me, you get set on fire ability on. So, that actually worked out really well. Okay, now we've got 2v2, which is right where we want to be. I think a light defense could work. Oh, they're both, no, they're both hitting. They're both hitting her. Okay, so that's, we're just not going to do that. Bong Bong is not going to need to go in defensive mode. Struggle? I survived the next attack. We've got YOLO though. Oh, we can't use it. God damn it. We're gonna charge up. Hope this staggers. Yeah, girl. Got it. Okay, cool. And Bong Bong should be able to act next turn. We've got YOLO. And then Bong Bong jumps in with... I think light defense. We're gonna have to, just to keep Bong Bong alive, we're gonna need to defend. Yikes! Alright, cool. So that one's dead. Now it's just, now it's a 2v1. Malakuth music is popping off. To chop it off. Kill this guy. That means we're winning. I do like winning. I think this guy's cooked. We got this. YOLO? YOLO. Boop. 24 damage with YOLO. Bong Bong! Do it! Kill them! Bong Bong, my goat, my muse. Okay. Now, next is San, Julia, and Zwei crew. That was good. I appreciate that Bong Bong, oh shit. That's I was gonna shift away, but I guess we're just gonna accidentally press the wrong thing on the interface and put Bong Bong and Malakuth back in. It was not my plan, but here we are. We're gonna make lemonade. Let Bong Bong cook. I don't think Bong Bong is gonna survive a single turn here, unfortunately. Yep, Bong Bong's toast. Roasted even. Now they're all beating the shit out of Malakuth. They're setting themselves on fire doing it. Yeah, that guy's got a 5-stack of fire. Or had a 5-stack of fire. Unfortunately. We did some damage there. This was not my intention. I clicked on the wrong thing in the interface. I wanted to do this. and send in Chaldean Ferret with Roland. Don't worry, I can solo. Are you asking me to put you in? Because I will put you in. You need only to ask. Combat bookshelf. Would you like charge up? And preparation. Give me blunt cards, give me abnormality pages, or I retire. I will give you blunt cards and abnormality pages, that's for sure. We love YOLO. YOLO's a blunt card. Non-stop assault, set fire. I can cook anything. Going first. Dirty blow. Blow that guy dirtily. Alright. That'll do. Now I think what we're gonna do is I've gotta put me in coach request. So now we tweak your build. We give you a different key page. I think what we're gonna do is look for a blunt damage key page. Recover HP. Gain 1 strength next scene. Burns. Pierces. HP recovery. Bleed. That's defeating an enemy. Gaining strength. Yeah, I don't think we have anything in our current builds that allow us to slap in that, but we do have something that lets us put in strength. So we're gonna do that, and we'll give you... I guess we'll just go full-on blunt. I just realized my subscription is gone. No more sending memes. You can send memes in the Discord. Hey, Calculator, how you doing today, boo-boos? I check the Discord like multiple times every day. So if you put memes up in the Discord, they'll be there, and I can read them. Okay, so blunt. We like commandeering. Strong strikes got that blunt. Charge up is also blunt. Now we're gonna want to have some dodge blunt as well. Potato. You're doing potato? How does that work? Guardian? Prepared mind. I like struggle. Alright, that'll be good. Now you are the blunt bay. Pro tip, just win. I was planning on it, Calculator, but I appreciate your enthusiasm. Open wound. Deal +1 damage against enemies with bleed. Ungus Bungus. That is the strategy. That is what we're going with. Is the good old Ungus Bungus strategy. Trim the ingredients. Trim those ingredients. We've got cooking prep. The first one is gonna hit me. That one's right here in the middle. We're gonna use our defense against this other one though. Ah, god damn. That didn't work out very well. Alright, that goes to Fatal. Alright, nobody is hitting fatal this time. That means you can do whatever you want. 1 endurance to all allies next scene. I think we'll hit this guy up here, because he's just being a real dildo. Uh-oh, yes. I wish I could bravely default, because this is not looking good for Yasad right now. He's about to get his pudding pounded. Oof, yikes. Yep, Yasad staggered. He got this, I believe. And they're all going for Yasad again. Wow, goddamn, they are being brutal this time around. Okay, I think we're gonna hit the one in the middle, because I think we might actually be able to intercept that one. Good God. Nope, it wouldn't let us intercept. I don't know how we intercept enemies. I don't understand how that works. I guess the enemies always go first. Tax, you need to have higher speed. Okay, so you literally can't intercept unless you have higher speed. Got it, got it. Good to know, good to know. I think we Ungus Bungus Strong Strike this guy over here, and he should just be dead. Oh, almost. Yikes. Yep, we're cooked. This enemy squad here is pretty strong. We're gonna send in Keldy, Ferret, and Roland now. 3rd floor can save this. Oh, for sure, for sure. But we're gonna send in the head librarian. So you need to have higher in order to intercept. So we will be able to intercept this one. Oh shit, did I just not assign attacks with everybody else? I just fucked that up really bad. Alright, so we've got a 1, 2, and a 4. So Roland can intercept, but I don't know that I necessarily want him to. Saving his ass, Keldy. Oh yeah, Unfair just got 1 down. And we got Urging now. Increase max HP by 15%. Current HP increases accordingly and gain 1 to 2 speed. More speed. I do like more speed. I mean, as long as that ability can't just kill me outright, then we're good, right? We can have Roland intercept this attack. Our theme song is playing We Can't Lose. Gain 1 to 2 strength at the end of each scene. At the end of each scene, if the librarian did not deal any damage with offensive dice, they lose 25% of their max HP. I think we're gonna do Pale Hands. Oh, the music is going sicko mode. We win. We've already won. Let's harvest those guts. Oh yeah. Victory. We did it. Gained Book of the Distortion. That's a lot of bucks. The library is located in the source of the White Nights and Dark Days. I touched up the headquarters of L Corp, the center of it, for my own use. I have no comment to make on this distortion phenomenon that has apparently started occurring afterwards. I have little to no information about that phenomenon either. Though I do have a guess. You were curious about it earlier, weren't you? I was created as a mechanical secretary to assist the manager of Lobotomy Corporation. I was designed to look like a human, feel emotions, and to make evaluations and judgments based on those emotions. It's as you suspected. I was born in secret, violating the AI ethics amendment. I never got to make my own judgment, funnily enough. I had to read the same script over and over for 1 million years, all for the success of a single project. The play that never seemed to end finally concluded one day, and the White Nights and Dark Days happened as a result. Thanks for letting me know. I don't know who came up with that insane plan, but thanks to them, the distortion phenomenon started wreaking havoc on the city at random intervals. Ordinary people would turn into monsters all of a sudden, and they'd kill everything in sight. And the first ever case of the distortion, boy, was that a hellscape. It happened without any oncoming sign in a district that everyone believed to be relatively safe. The massacre was a work of art, too. It was named The Pianist for a reason. What more could I say? Anyway, thanks for telling me all that. Must have been a sensitive topic for you. For some reason, and this might have something to do with the way that we talked about Roland being so submissive and breedable, but I read that as submissive. I was like, wait, that doesn't make any sense. You aren't as shocked as I expected. The monsters created from the distortion did give off a suspiciously similar vibe to the library and its caretakers. You must have gone through a whole lot of distress in your life. Anyway, what comes next is the problem. What can we do to lure the Zwei here? You can use the book. I tried writing down the relationship between L-Corp and the distortion phenomenon. It should be quite valuable to them under these circumstances. And we get another abnormality in Malkuth's squad. That means Bong Bong and Malkuth get to add a new teammate. Oh, it's Teddy Bear. 10. Holy shit. This thing was terrifying whenever I first encountered it. Hug it twice and you're cooked. Reduce the cost of nostalgic embrace of the old days by 1 after engaging in a clash. Nostalgic embrace of the old days. So whatever we do, the attack needs to come out first. I think that's going to be YOLO, right? And let's give Wallop a shot. Wow, that did like nothing. When in doubt, you YOLO. Okay, now it has display of affection. My god. Alright, and it's going to be hitting Bong Bong. So I guess we'll just use Struggle. And charge up. Slashing damage is the damage type for this one. Nice hit back, Bong Bong. God damn. Way to go, girl. It goes first. Oh my god. Nostalgic embrace of the old days. Now a 2 cost. 30/30 on hit stagger target. Lower cost by 1 after each clash during other pages. Oh my god. So somebody's about to get a hug. Well, that's what he does, right? Somebody's about to get a hug and instantly die. And he's definitely targeting Bong Bong. So Bong Bong, like, I think I could technically use a dodge, but the dodge is a 1 to 4. I don't think you can just dodge. I don't think I could just dodge this. I think we're cooked. Let's do chop it off. Should chop it off. Oh my god. That was a 1-shot. And it's after any clash, I think they're... Oh my god, he's just gonna do it again? It doesn't reset. Oh my god, so it's like it's an enrage timer. If I don't deal enough damage quickly enough, he's just going to enrage and instantly kill me. Holy shit. So I think if I won this, if I used Gut Harvesting and won the Clash, I might be able to stagger him, but I don't know. Yeah, and he just can spam it. I think we're cooked. No, I don't think we're cooked. I know we're cooked. So I think this is about bringing so we need to bring the right type of attacks. We need to bring the right type of attacks and the right type of key in. Now what I'm thinking here is I'm thinking we go with fire. And let me see, combat pages. We want fire and we want slash. So we're gonna do fire first. Burn. Interface is so unwieldy with a controller. It's really, I know that most of you guys who've played this have played it on PC. You're just gonna have to trust me. The interface with the controller is very counterintuitive. Three to six, 2 to 6 with the slash. 3 to 5, 3 to 5. Your shield. 2 to 5, 2 to 5. Mutilate. To chop it off. I think your shield is better than to chop it off, especially for this fight, so I think we might actually do that instead of to chop it off. How do I... He can't even imagine how that's going to work. Yeah, I mean it's you know, it's one of those things. I get used to it over time, but it's gonna take a bit. There we go. I have to click details. Now how do I get it off? These, and I can select them, but I can't remove to chop it off now that I've put it in there. We need some 1 costs as well. Prepared mind. The left side, maybe? Oh, you know what? You're right. Got it. Nailed it. Gather intel, light defense, no. Dodge and strike? Gather intel is pretty damn good. On a clash win, deal 2 damage to the opponent. Keep it fresh. All right, yeah, we're gonna try this. Now, Bong Bong's build is constructed around kind of all of the wrong stuff for this fight, so we need to swap Bong Bong as well. YOLO strikes again as the goated card. YOLO is the goated. YOLO's the goat. It's really good. I want burn. Burn. And I think we're gonna do set fire and flaming bat. God damn it. I did not want to leave that page. Free. Okay, combat pages. And now we want to do slash. Non-stop assault is a lot of slashing damage. So is focused strikes. And then we'll do mutilate. And then we need some ones. And we'll take gather intel as a 0 and keep it fresh. And we'll try this. We're just gonna try this. We'll see how it goes. Happy teddy bear. I think getting it down low enough. It's all gonna be about getting as much damage in as I can. Oh my god. The sound effect too whenever he blocks. It's so frustrating. No! We're cooked. We're fucked. You survived! Oh my god, okay. Okay, prepared mind, I guess? Oh my god. The only way that we don't get wrecked is if we manage to hit him. If we manage to successfully, like, if we win the clash, if we win the clash, we got this. If we don't win the clash, we're cooked and it's game over. We lost the clash. Close. He was so close. Just roll over 30. Simply roll over 30. I don't think that's actually over top of Lobotomy Corporation is that this game actually gives you I feel like I have a lot more options and I have room to explore that's not going to see me get completely fucked, which I really appreciate. My god. So much damage. And we're staggered already. Matchlight ability, he'd have been set on fire this entire time, but the fact that he's done so much damage, so much initial damage, I don't really know if it's gonna be survivable. I think we just had bad rolls. It's just, I mean, it's just really bad luck. I didn't even get to hit him that time. I guess in a clash, if the enemy rolls higher than you, you just don't get to do your ability? Is that what happens? I just want to restart. This is ass. Yeah, and his attack is a guaranteed hit, isn't it? Like his die roll is so insanely high, like he's guaranteed to hit. But what's causing him is it his 10 to 10? Is it his initiative die? He always goes first in initiative. Yeah, he rolled a 30 and I rolled a 5. I don't understand how this shit works. Like if he decides to block, then I get the chance to actually do damage. But if he decides to do his attack, I take the hit, and then I just don't get to do anything? Is that how it works? Yeah, like he rolled a 6. I'm so confusing. Just parry it. I don't know how to parry. I don't know what that means. Simply win the video game. I mean, he's cooked. He's cooked. We absolutely win, and it was just RNG. Because I think at the start of the next turn, he is going to die either way because of the burn. Or maybe the end of the next turn? Yeah, he dies because of the burn. We win. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. Higher number wins. You can also just not attack him when he blocks so he doesn't go apeshit. That's true. Yeah, I hadn't necessarily thought about that, but yeah, I could have done that. Got a ton of books for you, Malkuth. By the way, I told you this before, that this is my third life, right? Oh yeah, you've been thinking about your previous lives? By the way, I heard from Angela that this place is related to Lobotomy Corporation somehow. Is that really true? It's not just related, I was an AI in charge of the control team in Lobotomy Corporation. You're an AI just like Angela? Sorry, my wording was a little off. I wasn't a real AI. I was a human whose brain was restored for a second chance, if anything. Sheesh, I was worried for a second that this place had violated the AI ethics amendment even more than just one time. The head could burn this place to the ground at any moment if that were the case. You mean the institution that manages the city? Yepper, the head. They usually like to stay awfully quiet, but when they do have work, they're scarily thorough and quick about it. Or so I've heard, you know. You're so casual, aren't you? I thought we were having a serious conversation here. Oh, whoops. Sorry, I've gone through all kinds of stuff, so my priority... It's like, sorry, my background is just so huge and vast that I can't help but be the talk of the town and drive the conversation in any direction I so choose. It's not like I was trying to ignore what you were saying or anything. I'm sorry if it made you feel bad. Well, at least he's got the self-awareness to recognize whenever he's being kind of a douche, and he apologized. I keep going back and forth between I love Roland and wow, Roland, shut the fuck up. You have a rather unique personality, Roland. That's true. It was all part of my survival strategy. Anyway, back to your past. You said you used to be the boss of the control team back in LobCorp, right? That's right, and now I'm in charge of history here, as you can see. So I started out by tracing back in my own history, very, very slowly. Would you like to have a listen? Not a fan of long and convoluted stories. Hey, don't be an asshole. You're supposed to agree. Why bother asking if you're going to tell me the story anyway? You got me. Got him. Anyways, I was ordered to work in a Lobotomy Corporation as the head of the control team, bearing all my flaws. I was given the role to play as soon as I woke up, not realizing who I truly was, but with my heart still aching from the unresolved pain and regret from my past, almost about to burst. Just like that, I kept doing inhumane acts for LobCorp. I didn't even question what I was doing, since it was all just work to me. It felt like a calling, The only thing guiding me was a vague feeling that something went wrong because I didn't try hard enough. My twisted sense of effort pushed many into peril. I forced others into following my selfish standards like a fretful child. Must have been rough for you being told to work like that without knowing what you were getting into. Did your memories naturally come back after working in LobCorp for a while, or? It's more like it'd be more correct to say I was reminded of them. My life at LobCorp was actually my second. And when my emotions finally erupted while working there, I could remember my first life, all the mistakes and faults I'd made, and regret. I could understand why I've been so obsessed with trying hard. Turns out, what I really wanted was recognition. Look, I'm trying so hard. I'm a useful person. I never knew how to stand up without leaning on someone else. After I vented all of my emotions, in the inner struggle that had been haunting me for so long, I finally dissolved. I found redemption for the first time. I found redemption for my first life during my second life. It's confusing. Alright, so let me get this straight. You did something wrong, which you regretted so much, and died. Somehow came back to life, got another job, and the big lump of regret in your heart eventually got resolved in a turn of events. Hold on for a moment. Let me say everything else makes sense. It's the city we're talking about. But who revived you and for what reason? Just to give you that enlightenment. Maybe. So that I can let out all of my resentment and sorrow, that I can find redemption. Don't delude yourself, Malkuth. Whoa, jeez. The snap sound, and Angela just pops in and is like, hey, don't lie to yourself. Your salvation was never in his interests. He only did it as a means to find his own redemption. I wasn't the one using you. It was him. He used all of you just to satisfy himself. I can't bear to hear any more of this nonsense. Angela? Chill. So I need you to fall asleep. What's with those faces? It's the rest you all longed for. We can't let you do that. We've worked so hard to make this happen. Worked hard? How funny would you really call what you've done hard work? We're not going to sit still and let you take away our light. Our light? You're not the boss, and I would never listen to you even if you were. Of course you won't. You're still loyal to that man. I won't let you rob me of the meaning I finally found. No one is by my side as I expected. Do not feel so lonesome now. I shall stand by your side if no one else wills to. Bina! Bina's like, I'll stand with you. Damn it, Bina. Even in the end, this must be yet another consequence of his actions. I simply acknowledge all events as valid. Bina's so going with the flow. I would have shed a tear of gratitude for you if I could. Feel free to act upon your wishes. Angela, a machine consumed by desires. You cannot take this path. I decide what I can or can't do now. You can't cling to Lobotomy Corporation forever. Aren't you interested in learning more about yourself or living your own life? My life, it was to save humanity. That's why I could willingly sacrifice my life. It was for a greater cause. Idiots. Seems another storm swept by. I gave away my 2 previous lives trying to save people, and I'm willing to do it again for a 3rd time. We withstood all those hardships and trials for the sake of humanity. Do we look like idiots to you, Roland? Well, it's not like I know enough of the details. Don't get this whole saving humanity thing either. But if that's what you sincerely hope for, who am I to judge? Of course I'm sincere. Please leave me for a bit. I need some time to think. All right, you look like you need some rest. Remember, deep breaths, okay? And you don't have to be too courteous with me when we talk. Just thought I'd let you know. Level 3, History Floor. Upon winning a clash, deal bonus stagger damage equal to the dice value at 20% chance. Clashing against the same target multiple times will increase the likelihood. The combat page with the highest cost in hand is chosen. Using pages with the same name will decrease the cost of every copy of that page the character currently owns by 1. Holy shit, Happy Memories is like, you can build a character in your setup completely around that. And that you could make them broken strong. Yeah. All dice gain 1 to 2 power in a clash. All dice lose 1 to 2 power in a one-sided attack. So only like basically with that one you would only be clashing. That's really cool. Yeah, Malkoth's build is neat. Okay. Who should we put with Bong Bong and Mao? Who wants to be on Malkoth's team? I need to use the restroom, so I'm gonna go use the toilet, but I will be right back. And we're back. All right, we've got a new bean. Time to modify the bean. I wish they had the like the little vampire tooth that sticks out. Warm up before you go play. I'm quite warm. But I wish they had the little, like the one vampire tooth that's coming out of a smile. My friend Julie literally has that, and it's like one of the most adorable things in the world. Hobo Julie. Murder Hobo Julie. Love it. Okay. I guess we have another tier of this that we can go into. You know what we haven't done? Haven't burned books. So we've got a bunch of this next tier of books that we can burn. I don't know if any of this is good. It's literally it's too many cards. I wish they would organize them so that, like, for example, all 50 of these averts that I got all go into one thing and it just says times 50. We need more cards. I mean, like, this is a card game, so I get that to a certain extent. I get that. Although I will say it is a bit much as a new player. It's a lot. It's a whole lot going on here. Yes, sir. I'm afraid San and Julia couldn't make it back, requesting additional support. What do you think the purpose of the library is? From the information we've gathered so far, it's the accumulation of knowledge. Accumulation of knowledge, you say? They could have condensed some of the generic bozo cards or given you less from the enemies. Most of them are just there for flavor. Yeah, and I appreciate that. I love that they put a lot of effort into, like, putting the art and things like that. But at the end of the day, there are core cards that are valuable, and it's good to know that you got those core cards. But there's just, like, looking through the cards that I just unlocked is a waste of time. There's just too much there. The library simply offers a deal. It has no influence on the outside world. It only rewards or punishes those who have entered. The winner can get the books they want, and the loser becomes a book that the library wants. Any linkage to the distortion phenomenon? That is unclear, sir. But my instincts suggest that it has to be related to the phenomenon somehow. And why is that? The invitation to the library, its books, and the beings called librarians that reside there, all elements of the library, are similar to what we've seen with the distortion. A common feature is that it's impossible to observe them for an analysis of their constituents or components. Every card game also has the type of player who wants to break the dog shit cards thanks to some weird interaction with 3 passives for the funnies. That's true. We cannot carry out a comparative analysis because of this, but this inability to observe itself can be considered a common trait. It's not like you could make such baseless claims, is it? Section 6 will not needlessly obsess over the library. There is simply too much uncertainty for us to recklessly jump into the case. The Zwei Association gets hundreds of requests every day. A fair number of them are allocated to us at Section 6. I'm sure you understand that your claims are not compelling enough to make us give up all these requests in favor of the library. And here you are, requesting additional manpower for investigating the library. Are you sure you aren't simply using the alleged linkage to the distortion as an excuse to get your revenge on the library, or retrieve the books of your colleagues? Even as we speak, I've already burned your colleagues' books. Syndicates like the Carnival are chewing up people's guts out in the open, and the likes of the musicians of Bremen are making modern art pieces out of innocent citizens. And there are yet more insane individuals looming over the city now, and our duty is to protect our clients from such shade in the city, is it not? You're right, sir. Remember the slogan of our association, your shield, sir. Exactly. Our role is to be a trusty shield for our clients, so don't put down that shield without good reason. Got it? You may leave now. The Carnival, you say? Clussy? Did you happen to put this invitation in my drawer? It's currently resting at the Urban Legends class, but it has been slowly rising with every new report. They've been using irresistible bait like this to attract their victims, haven't they? Things went rather smoothly thanks to your book. It's not something we could get from any of the guests we've had so far. I simply offered them what they needed the most at the moment. I'm better than anyone at understanding the situation at hand and coming up with an appropriate response. If you can print out books right away, wouldn't it be nicer to just make a whole lot of them ourselves? I can only write books about the things I know. I need more time to write another one too. I see. So can I ask for your publications from time to time then? Huh. It's been quite a while since I worked in the field. You haven't had any field work for a while too, no? You're right, sir. If we can get this case resolved, we can finally get out of Section 6. It's nice to finally be collecting information about the distortion directly from the source instead of having to get my hands dirty. Engaging with those lowly syndicates. Neither of us should rot in Section 6 for the rest of our lives, wouldn't you agree? He completely changed his tune as soon as he had the right bait. How fascinating is that? Everything seems to fall into place too conveniently. Greetings, dear guest. I am you must be Angela, director and librarian of your role's namesake, right? Just as you said. I've seen reports about you, but is it true that you're a machine, not a human? My, staying quiet won't hide it, girl. A machine must behave as a machine. You've made quite a huge deal out of your little library. It's rather troublesome to have a non-human like you cause a fuss this big, you know? It's a classic when you live in a dystopian hellscape. That's true. Shut the fuck up. And give me my book. May you find your book in this place. I don't think we should provoke her any further. May you find your book in this place. Okay. So we've got Bong Bong and Malcut. They're both set up. I think we're gonna equip something with Julie. Bonus / damage. So let's go on to the, it is literally just +1 / damage. So let's just go ahead and lean into that then. Hey Cosmic Slime, how are you doing? Yes, this is my very first playthrough of Library of Ruina. I have pretty intimate knowledge of Lobotomy Corporation. I've played through and 100%ed that. That was the last game that I played on stream. So I just started Library of Ruina yesterday. This is my first time going through. I'm in the process of remaking my beans. Anything you're confused about, the goddamn control scheme is ass. It's really, really bad. I actually installed it yesterday on my PC. Fortunately, this is a Play Anywhere title, so I bought it on my Xbox, but I can install it and play it on my PC. I'm gonna see today, after the stream is done, I'm gonna see if there's cross progression, and if there is, I'll probably wind up playing it on my PC. The stream is significantly smoother, and I use significantly less resources whenever I play off my capture card, so I prefer to play off my capture card whenever possible. But welcome to the stream, Cosmic. Tell me, what's your favorite Abno? I don't think a controller can work. I'm impressed they tried it all. Haven't really thought about it. It's a tough choice personally for me to decide who is my favorite Abno, but I think if you held a gun to my head, I would probably say there are so many of them. But if you held a gun to my head, I would probably choose I want to say Express Train to Hell, and the only reason that I want to say Express Train to Hell is because it caused so much chaos in my stream. Like it completely changed the entire way that the game works, and I appreciated that. Punishing Bird. What is your favorite Abno and why is it White Knight? Yeah, like that's the problem, is like I think some of the abnormalities, it's not White Knight. The abnormalities that caused me the most trouble tend to be the ones that I wind up being more like drawn to, and like I don't know, chose Galaxy Child or Melting Love because one is cosmic and one is slime, but it feels too shallow of an answer. I mean, I don't think it's necessarily a shallow answer. Whenever I said the Abno I like the most, the first one that popped in my head is Lady Facing the Wall, because I like Lady Butt, and I think that's awesome. So I don't know. You could call that a shallow response as well. I mean, it is what it is. You like what you like, right? So. Alright, so everybody is targeting Malkuth. I guess I'll just try to set somebody on fire. And we can intercept. I think we're gonna intercept this one right here. And yeah, I think that'll be good. I think we're gonna have Julie hone in on the same person Malkuth's attacking. Oh, we love to see 8 stacks of fire in a single set of attacks. That's pretty cool. Didn't love that. I don't know if he I think he might have intercepted her. I don't think there's a wrong answer for favorite Abno. Yeah, think about it some more, Slime, and then let me know whenever you think about it. It's like I said, it's a tough choice, especially since, you know, like I said Express Train to Hell, but there are dozens of Abnos that I genuinely enjoy. You're spoiled for choice. This is just there is no right answer here, I think, for who Malkuth should attack. But we've got this one down here on the bottom, kind of like backed up against a wall. So we're gonna push our advantage and try to knock this one out. Malkuth is just gonna need to do her best. Oh, get staggered both though. Oh, and I just get killed. Is that Bong Bong? Bong Bong, my goat. Which one do you most want to show up in the game? Or Limbus? Now that's a question. I don't even know what the options are in Limbus. In this game, I'm trying to think. Like we've seen a pretty wide range of Abnos from Teth into He. I would like to see Der Freischütz. I want to see Der Freischütz. He is super cool. I also liked Little Red Riding Hooded Mercenary. She's also super fun. He's cool as hell. Yeah, he is cool as hell. Also, he's just a chill guy. He's just in your. He's one of the only Abnos that I saw, and I was like, "Fuck yes, this guy is awesome." Right, we aren't going to be able to intercept that, but we could set this motherfucker on fire. Let's go for it. Nice, we got the deflect off, and we set them on fire and staggered them. Perfect. I need to think more about building somebody for Teddy Bear, because I'm not there. My brain, when I was building Julie, I was not thinking about Teddy Bear at all. I need to build somebody for it. Bong Bong is gonna get attacked by this guy right here. We don't have anybody that could potentially intercept, so I think Bong Bong is just gonna accept that we're gonna get attacked and deal with it. And I think we're gonna have Julie and Malkuth focus on taking out the other guy. That damn Limbus apple makes me angry. I have not touched Limbus at all. The only thing I know about it is that there are gacha elements, and that's probably my least favorite element in any video game ever is gacha. Oh. Somehow Bong Bong managed to not get knocked out. That guy's cooked. Literally set his ass on fire and turned him into roasted meat. Okay, now we get into our next slot, which is Walter, Isidore, and one more person from the Zoe crew. Now I think Bong Bong, Julie, and Malkuth they've done enough. I think they've earned a little rest. I think we put in. Why don't we put in the second string? We'll throw in Hod and Falgrim and see how they do. Burned him alive, and then he's a book so he can get burned again. That is perfect. Okay, so your boy over here gets to attack twice. Is that what's happening? Oh my god, and everybody's coming straight for Hod. Poor Hod. All right, let's take a look at what since Falgrim gets to kind of just do whatever the hell he wants. Let's take a look at Falgrim and see what we could potentially do here. Do commandeering, and this would be an intercept. That would save Hod from getting hit, and would probably prevent Falgrim from really taking damage. Yeah, because Falgrim had a deflect in there as well. So that asshole just gets to play 2 cards. I don't like that. I don't like that one bit. Alright, block dice gain 1 to 2 power and deal 2 to 7 stagger damage on a deflect. I like that. Alright, so she's only getting hit by 1 person, and she can't god damn it, she can't intervene against anybody. All right, we're just gonna have to like hope and pray. All right, this person is really close to getting staggered. I think we can throw in a thrust. It's cooking prep, 3 to 5, and inflict bleed. No, this one's the double pierce. I think that's what we're gonna try to do. Nice dodge, Valgrim. Fuck yeah. No more dodges for you though, unfortunately. No, fuck! How did you miss? Oh no, that's bad. Alright, Librarian's face constantly shifts. Alright, Hod is going to get, I think, completely wrecked this time around. Oh my god. Yeah, I think our best bet is to deflect that one there. Unfortunately, this bitch, I was supposed to stun her, but we did not manage to get a stun off at all. I don't remember the lore progression, but seeing that you have Lulu's page, I'll let you know. The page for Mars is legendary and has 2 speed dice. Oh, nice. Yeah, 2 speed dice seems pretty OP. No, that's a smile. That's the wrong face. Today's Shy Look is fucking me up because I used Today's Shy Look a lot in Lobotomy Corporation, and the smiley face was the target face. The bad face was the opposite. So like you always wanted to be targeting you always wanted to be going for the angry face and not the happy face. And it's opposite in this, and it messes me up so bad. There we go, angry face. Yeah, angry face is good. Oh, we got staggered anyway. It doesn't really matter. We're cooked. It's Jover. We could technically do something good here. We're just gonna see. We're just gonna make lemonade. This is our second string. Oh yeah, Malka. This is the second time that Hod went in to attack that same person, and that same person just dodged all of Hod's attacks, and she got to do nothing. It just sucks. Okay. Oh shit. Interesting. So if they win, it falls back down to this team? I don't get to choose. That's interesting. I don't get to choose whatever team I want to attack. You're limited to 2 floors and you already used Malkuth, so it's locked. This does not look good. I don't really have a lot of defenses that can help out Malkuth. We could intercept though, and I think that might be the way to go. We can intercept with you over here, and then Malkuth can. I mean, Malkuth could intercept this. I don't necessarily think I would want to, but I think no. We're gonna try to intercept that, and then we can't intercept with Julie, but Julie can just do some focused damage on whoever she wants. Yeah, we'll try this. Bong bong! No, Malkuth! Okay, so this is not ideal. This is not an ideal scenario. Oh my god. Bong Bong is gonna get smacked by basically everybody. So I can intercept this attack from him. That's going to Bong Bong. Malkuth, I think Malkuth's just cooked. Yeah, there's nothing I can do to prevent Malkuth from dying there. Yikes! Footfalls. When a librarian's HP is at 20% or lower, deal 30% of target's max HP as damage and inflict 1 to 3 burn upon approaching them, then die. What? Shit. Night of Despair. Night of Despair is awesome. I like all of the magical girl abnormalities. I think they're all really cool. I like Madoka, so do you know that evade dice keeps dodging attacks until they draw, lose, or meet a defensive dice? I did know that about evade dice, yeah. I heard that evade is really good. Unfortunately, I don't think any forbidden or hidden knowledge is going to save me at this point, though. I think we're pretty much boned, unfortunately. My god. They get the dodge roll as well. Yikes. How about unused defensive dice can automatically be used against unopposed attacks? I did know that as well, yeah. We can equip Mars's page to someone, so we get 2 dice. That's a big upgrade. I don't think we got Mars's thing, did we? She is playing on console, yeah. Like I said, this is a play anywhere title, so I can play this on I can play it on PC. I'm gonna test after the stream today if there's cross progression, and if there's cross progression, I'm going to play on PC. So that means I need to go back 1 to get the books that I'm missing, because I lost my Book of Julia, my Book of Sand, and my Book of Distortion. I need to get all those again. You said that I don't have any Book of Mars either? No, I do. Okay, never mind. Kill Mars until we get his page then. Yeah, let me take a peek real quick at my pages again. Julia's page. Sand's page. Yeah, it looks like I don't have Mars's thing. This is fighting Sand. You said Mars? How long ago was Mars? Oh, here. Sand, Mars, and Lulu. This guy. Yeah. Now I remember who it was. I was just confused. Can be regained by playing any battle? Yeah, that makes sense. Okay. I think we're gonna use Malkuth, Bongbong, and Julie. You going to sleep? Your head hurts. And you Fatal, I hope your head feels better. I'm sorry, boo-boos. Sweet dreams, and I'll see you next time. I've got a different stream coming in on Thursday, so I don't know if it's gonna be up your alley, but I'm pretty hyped for it, and I'd love to see you there. But sweet dreams. I'll see you next time, boo-boos. All right, we can intercept this bozo. A 1 to 8 is the number to beat. My God, it is. I'm literally just constantly fighting with the with the controller. Love that. I think we just need to have literally everybody go race the Unga Bunga strategy, because it's annoying me the dance that they're all doing, where I'm not doing any damage to them multiple times in a row. I think I'm going to need to get deeper into the systems. I think I'm going to need to get deeper into the systems, and probably going to need to read into the meta, because I use abilities that I think look cool and that I think look fun. But games like this oftentimes have a hidden tier list, essentially, that is like, these cards are trash, these cards are good. If you don't use the good cards and you do use the trash cards, then fuck you, you're not allowed to enjoy the video game. And it bugs the shit out of me, so I'm probably gonna wind up needing to modify my strategy. There's a Steam guide that has the best cards for each stage of the game. Yeah, and you know what's frustrating is, like, LobCorp, I did not use any guides. I just played the game, and I really enjoyed just playing the game. And I struggled a bit, but this game is different. Very, very different from LobCorp. LobCorp, I think, yeah, it's punishing. You're able to roll back and everything like that, but you lose your books that you gamble, essentially, whenever you fail an encounter. And I'm not gonna fail an encounter that I think an encounter that I've already beaten, especially after I've gotten so much stronger. It's not an encounter that I'm not gonna just lose it, right? But I don't know, the feeling I generally have is that, like, it's kind of frustrating to struggle on these. It's kind of frustrating to struggle through these systems because there's a lot of math going on in the background, and I suck at math. I don't want to do math. It's not for me. And it is just kind of frustrating whenever I run into these situations where it's like, oh, I'm getting wrecked. And if I twisted my brain into knots, I could figure out why I'm getting completely wrecked in these fights. Bigger numbers, gooder. True. We got our Book of Distortion, and we got 4 books of Mars. Let's set them on fire. Maybe it's just like I need to... Oh, achievement. Maybe it's just I need to build up multiple sets. I did get a Mars page. 4 speed. Speed dice slot +1 cannot overlap. And deal +1 stagger damage against enemies with slower speed. This is broken good. This is massive. The Zwei Association is all about defense if they have protections that reduce damage they take. I see, yeah. That's probably what's happening. Yeah, this is ridiculously good. And it is kind of just hidden. Where's the Book of Mars? There's only one Mars page. Okay, so I only get the one. Which means that I need to surround that person with really good people. So I'm gonna need to rework. I'm gonna need to rework whoever is gonna get the Book of Mars. And it needs to be, unfortunately, I've got 2 choices. It's either going to be Roland's group or it's going to be Malkuth's group, because it's the two groups we're going to use are going to be the groups that have 4 people. That's just going to be what it is. Roland hasn't gotten an update in a while, so I think I'm gonna do Roland's update. Can I recall all cards? Is there like a button that I can use that will let me recall all cards off of key pages? Load combat page list and save current setup. There's also a way to clear key pages. Okay. So we get +1 stagger damage against enemies with slower speed. One clash win, boost max. This is really good. Retaliate over here. That feels strong. We know commandeering is good as well. We do like YOLO. We can't be all 3 cost cards. We're gonna need to mix in some other cards as well. I like set fire, but we need defense. We have like no defensive cards right now. We're gonna take struggle. Prepared mind, not that one. It's where is it? Preparation. 2 speed dice means you're gonna run out of light faster too. Yeah, that's kind of what I'm thinking as I'm going through. I'm like, wait, I need 0 cost cards as well. Dodge and strike. No, I want something that's not one of the basic bitch cards, but is a 0 or a 1 cost. Pound. Skitter away. Maybe we just take 2 preparation. I think that might be the tick. We just take 2 preparation. All right, let's try this out. And we also want to make sure that Keldy and Ferret are set up. They are. Okay. All right, and we're just gonna open up with Roland on the next one that we do. I think, did we get enough? No, we did. We have to get Book of Julia and Book of Sand back. Okay. All right, yeah, we're just gonna give it a shot with Roland right away. It says floors available 3. Preparation is going to give us light, but we don't need light right now. Charge up's going to give us light, but we don't need light right now. Can you go over? Do you go over 3 on lights? Is that a thing? This is interesting. Having the 2 attacks, I mean more attacks is gooder, right? Like I get that, but it is interesting. It increases with emotion level. Okay, got it. That sucks. That also sucks. They're high. Goddamn, they're high defenses. Literally, it is. I just need to. I need to go Ungus Bungus 100%. All attacks on one person. Just Giga attack one person. It's the only way. You also run out of cards really fast too when you have 2 die. That's for sure. Hit him with the YOLO. Just YOLO this guy until he's dead forever. He's staggered. One-sided attacks. We love those. Maybe that's why Yasad makes sense. He's a smart guy, so he knows Ungus Bungus is the most efficient strategy. That's gotta be true. That's gotta be true. Alright, Pale Hands is nice. Gain 1 to 2 strength at the end of each scene. And gain speed. Should chop it off. Alright, next target for Ungus Bungus strategy has been chosen. Ungus Bungus. Kill him. Gun him down. It's the way to go. It's the way. No, this guy is gonna attack. So we should probably defend against that. So Ferret's gonna defend, and then we're gonna send in Keldy to do chop it up. And then we're gonna send, I guess we've literally only got 1 attack, and we can't even use it. So Roland has to sit out because he's out of cards that are playable. God damn, Ferret. And Keldy just got that guy cooked. Perfect. Let's set this asshole on fire. There's an idea behind making a floor of only unopposed attackers who just suicide bomb as many enemies as possible for the next floor. That makes sense. It's a strategy for sure. Victory. I do like winning. Okay, and I think this team is, we're just gonna go back in. Just straight back in with the team that we had last time. We've already got our emotional level nice and high, and we're gonna Ungus Bungus on the person that we're targeting right here. You're gonna get Ungus to the Bungust. Use up preparation on the second one. Alright, and then going first. No, I think we do. We YOLO. I think we fuck it, we ball. Fuck it, we ball. Oh, What is that? YOLO? Yes, please. I love that. I love that we YOLO. We just YOLO'd that guy to death in one turn. Yes! Oh, it's perfect. My god. Alright, what's this guy's weakness? Slash? We've got a little bit of that. We could do that. This guy is weak to the pokey attacks. I love YOLO. It's so good. Okay, we've got commandeering. A commandering. I don't know if it's commandeering or commandering. I don't know what to think anymore. Chop it off. Roland feels significantly better now that we've switched around these skills. Like, it's kind of insane how much better he is. Both would fit, even if that guy was an asshole. The 2 speed, like, I'll never overlook that again. The speed die are so good. Blood. Defensive dice gain 1 to 2 power, receive +1 to 5 stagger, or 3 to 5 stagger damage when hit. No. Selected librarian dies at the end of the 3rd scene, after which this page was chosen. Gain 4 strength, endurance, haste, and protection each scene until death. All stagger damage resistance is changed to ineffective. Keldy, you're the lowest one. You die at the end of scene 4, and then everybody else gets really strong. I think we're gonna let Roland take a break. I don't think we have a choice, because I think Roland is just out of emotion. And then Keldy, you can blow it up. No, you got harvesting. That'll be good. Staggered. Okay, interesting. Okay, so I must have read that wrong. We've got charge up. We can do that. So Keldy got all of those boosts. The defense, the haste. Keldy gets all of those boosts, but I guess he gets them for only 4 scenes, and then after 4 scenes, he dies. So using that ability on somebody like Roland, who has 2 speed dice, would be really strong if he had 2 speed dice and access to all of those things. Plus 2% chance to boost block die power by +1, and a 2% chance to boost stagger damage of each type by +1. Fervent Beast makes 1 librarian a super god, and then your heart explodes. Sway hat. Yeah, Keldy got his Sway hat. Curtains closed. God damn, time flies. As I'm playing this game, time straight up just flies. Alright, librarian info, and then what is that under headwear 1? Headwear 2 is that. But the, god damn it, the controller. Headwear 1, 5% chance to boost blunt stagger damage by +1. Get killed by Lulu 1 time in the 2nd episode of Streetlight Officer Encounter. That's fun. Oh man. I think I don't like the way this looks at all. Have 3 or more endurance at once. That's cool though. I love that they have like solid win conditions, and you can get them if you do specific things. There we go, and we can hide it too. So we can put it on, but we can hide it. Stagger enemies 3 times in a single battle. And there's literally no reason not to wear it. It's cosmetic. It adds some nice little boosts on. But if you don't like the way that it looks, you can just turn it off, which I think is pretty fantastic. Okay, I think we get one more crack at this next level invitation. Because we've got our Book of Julia, our Book of Sand, and our Book of Distortion. But what I want to do before I do that is burn some books. Sands page. On Clash win, boost the max value of the next die by +3 at 25% chance. That's pretty strong. It's not as strong as getting a whole extra turn, but it is pretty strong. Alright, and we're definitely sending in Roland, Keldy, and Ferret. These are our goats. Did you transmod Keldy? Look, I've played this game twice and I didn't even know that was a thing. I did. I chose Keldy's outfit, and Keldy's I was like, I like the drip of this outfit and I think Keldy would like it as well, so I chose that, and there we are. We don't have the ability to intercept anybody, which is fine. We are going to choose one person to Angus Bungus. I think it's going to be this person here that's targeting Keldy. Oh, we don't have enough light to do that. That's fine. And let's set them on fire, too. Max damage, you love to see it. Alright, we've got preparation, which we can use here. That's going to cost 1 light, and then we do actually have charge up that we can use here as well, and that's going to give us more light. We're going to try to dodge this, and then I think we're going to send our... Excuse me. God damn. I feel like I've got an invasion going on in my throat. The, Sugi trees, the cedar trees here are getting out of control. That they're so bad. But question. If I Angus Bungus somebody, all of the extra attacks after they die just go nowhere, right? I was pretty sure that's how it worked. I just wanted to double check. Yeah, that's what I thought. And gain 1 to 2 speed. Got preparation that we can do, and that'll intercept. Wait, no, we don't want to do preparation on that person to intercept. We want to do it on this person. And then we'll do charge up. YOLO? on, Ferret, hit her. Shit, Ferret is cooked. It's not good. Okay, so we can do, let's see. You're coming at him. Do fleet footsteps. That's got some dodge. And then YOLO. And then Ferret can do YOLO as well. And we'll send you in to do commandeering? Yeah, I think that as a defensive measure we'll have Keldy do commandeering. Oh my god, YOLO did 1 damage that time. No! YOLO! There we go. That we got our stagger with YOLO that time. I did not choose this. It just automatically chose it for me. That's ass. The music is in our favor. We can't lose. We could intercept up here. I don't know that we necessarily want to though. I think we want to make sure that this person gets cooked. And let Keldy kind of defend himself. Nice dodge. Hell yeah. Perfect. Live by the YOLO, die by the YOLO. Yeah, when your outfit looks this good, we don't call it transmog, we call it transmog. I guess we might call it transmog, like when you're mogging on somebody. I don't know. I think that's how it works. Crush her skull! Alright, she should be cooked no matter what we use this time. And we survived, although Ferret is not looking great. I wouldn't just say we survived. We pretty much crushed that squad with the exception of Ferret. Ferret just took a bunch of damage in the beginning. Now I think we'll want to use Malkuth here. Yeah, we're gonna use Malkuth. He's look smacking and jester mocking at the library. Let Roland cook. I was gonna let Roland cook, but I instead decided to go with our double squad. Okay, here's a question. If I use, for example, if I use You're Too Slow, these two cards, we both dodge at the same time, which means we just don't do anything, right? But if I use this right here, if I use this attack, then I'll attack and they'll dodge. And then if they dodge again, like if they successfully dodge my first attack, I can dodge a second, or I can do my second attack, and then they could dodge that as well, and then they get to hit me with both of their attacks. Is that how it works? The attacks will go into the evades. That's what I thought. Okay. But if I use You're Too Slow and we both have a dodge at the same time, then we don't dodge at all, and then it just goes straight into the attacks. Yeah, if he outrolls you, it could dodge both. That's what I thought. Man, that's ass. I hate that. I think it's just the order of my cards. I'll use this. So you can, like, I think you can hold your shield, right? Like you can hold on to your shield. Let's try to set this guy's ass on fire. Any defensive skill cancels out against N evade. 2 blocks will clash like a normal attack. Pog! Ungus Bungus worked. Now we gotta hit him with the. Now we gotta hit him with the killing blow. Let's see. We could do this, and then we'd be defending at the wrong time. We could try this and see if we actually get to block. Or dodge, rather. Whew, that was scary. Hey, we did it! We successfully outrolled him. Alright, she's cooked. My god. So much damage. Clashing against the same target multiple times will increase the likelihood. We'll give this to Malkuth? Oh my god, everybody's hitting Julie. And it's a 5-4 and a 5. There's I can intercept one of those dice. And then she's gonna have to handle one of them by herself. This could cancel that out. And then Bong Bong, your girl Bong Bong is free to go and hit whoever she wants. Yes, Bong Bong! Set his ass on fire! Oh, that's amazing. All dice gain 1 to 2 power. Clash, all dice lose 1 to 2 power on a one-sided attack. Okay. And we're gonna put this onto Malkuth, and we're aiming to get into clashes with Malkuth. So if at all possible, we'll intercept attacks with Malkuth. So we get a plus 1 to 2 in encounters with Malkuth. Alright, now, let's see. What's his dice doing? This should be a decent clash. And then we can just slip in here and do a mutilate with Julie. Staggered deflect. Didn't go well. This is not looking good. Although your boy is almost cooked. Yeah, I think this right here would be the way to go. Roland will finish the job. Roland will definitely finish the job. Alright, now Malkuth wants to be in clashes. And she loses die whenever she is not involved in a clash. But I can't force a clash here with Malkuth because she just didn't roll good enough. No, I think if we're gonna Ungus Bungus on somebody, let's just do it on this guy. Because he's so close to cooked. Oh, Julie's cooked. He's so close to dead. Okay, both of these clashes I think happen at the same time. Yeah, we'll try to block with that. Hopefully, I don't know which one happens, the left one or the right one, but if the left one happens first, it'll be better. This one's coming for her. So we're gonna try to block / dodge it and see if we can survive. Left to right. Because it was left to right, good thing happened. We got him, he's cooked. The music just turned again. It's like, oh, it's so Jover, we're so back, is what just happened there. I love that. Keep it fresh. We get bonuses on the dodge if we successfully engage in a clash, so... Pierce is what she's weak to? I don't think we have any of that. We got some slash, though. I think we're gonna go non-stop assault. It's got the most damage potential. Hog! We're doing it! We're so back! Oh, we did it. Book of Isidora obtained. Have a nice night, Valgrim. Thank you so much for hanging out. Much love, sweetie. Sweet dreams. What does it mean to behave as a machine? Boy, not that topic again. Someone I used to know loved to say that phrase. Like I told you before, making machines with emotions or sapience is forbidden. Even if one were to be made, the head has long settled the ethical implications and all that. That means they've decided on a solid answer for the long-standing question. How is a machine with emotions different from a human? The answer being, even if a machine carries emotions and intelligence and is nearly identical to a human in every aspect, it is still a machine by birth. Machines should always be below humans. So it's about superiority. Therefore, it is now forbidden to create sapient machines as they can disrupt the proper judgment of societal values. Furthermore, all existing sapient machines may be subject to termination regardless of ownership. In short, machines are machines, humans are humans. Machines exist solely to serve humans, is what they're saying. That's the mindset people in the city decided to have. Where would human brains stuffed in heads or heaps of scrap metal belong? Those would still technically count as humans. Some might consider them defiled, and others might look down on them, but the brains themselves are natural. You get what I'm saying? What about an electronic copy of a human brain? That would be a machine, since it's not born a human. To be frank, I don't really get these standards either. I guess birth rate matters to them the most? Maybe it's a defensive reaction born out of the urge to preserve humanity as a species. That's unfair. Nothing is ever fair in this world. You're right. It seems everyone lives with a share of unfairness they must bear. Now you're talking like a city dweller. Angela gets it. Okay, we are at 12:43 p.m. for me, so it's just in the afternoon. I'm gonna have to hop off here soon. I don't think I can do a full other encounter or engagement, but tons of progress today. I finally feel like I'm starting to get like a little bit into the groove and start to understand some of the mechanics in the systems. I'm definitely understanding things better, and I feel much stronger since you guys forced me to go get extra speed dice. That is true. We'll burn some books. I can't do an encounter, but we definitely can burn some books. I think that's all of the new books that we got. We got like what? 3 books of Isidora and 3 books of Walter that we get to burn. Isidora's combat preparation was the card I was talking about that never gets an upgrade for the rest of the game. Oh, we got an Isidora's page. Slash stagger damage +1. That's cool. We didn't get any of Walter. I would like to see what Walter's page actually looks like. Can I see that? Walter gets 3 whole pages. Yeah. I do kind of want to, because he's purple. I do kind of want to see what Walter's actual stats are. And he's got some pretty cool looking pages. They look pretty neat. So yeah, I think I'm gonna do that fight again and try to get the remainder of the pages that I'm missing in Walter and Isidora's thing. Also, Book of Julia, we're missing Like, we didn't get any fence. Yeah, there's some stuff that I'd like to get more of. But we'll this is gonna be for a future stream. This is gonna be for next week. If you burn his book, it'd make it easier to farm him. Wait, what do you mean? Burning Walter's book makes it easier to farm Walter? I'm gonna do Walter and Isadora again anyway. I'm just gonna burn their books. Holy shit. 3 Walter pages and 2 Isadora pages. Pog. Yeah, so, yeah. There we go. We're gonna have some serious upgrades to play with next week. And we're definitely gonna be able to, I think like Roland's team is probably just gonna get Walter's. And until, well, I guess Yasad, we could do Yasad's level up and then have another team that is set up with the extra stuff. But, I think we're gonna call it. I think we're gonna call it a day. We're gonna call it a day. This has been super fun. This is gonna be my today, just for FYI. It's in Japan right now. It's Tuesday, so this is my Tuesday. My Monday and my Tuesday streams are gonna be Library of Ruina until we beat it. My Thursday and my Friday streams are going to be something new. Thursday stream is probably going to be solo Project Zomboid, and I'm going to be doing a roleplay session. So basically, I'm going to randomize my character. We'll set the rules up and preface the stream with the list of rules for what I plan on doing for that stream. And then Friday, I'm going to try to do some kind of multiplayer stream, both with viewers who are in the Discord and with friends who want to play games together. I just want to kind of spread out a little bit, because I tunnel vision on LobCorp, which was super fun and I really enjoyed playing it, but I want to play more than one game. This is super fun and I'm really enjoying it, but I think if I sit here and I tunnel vision on it nonstop until I beat it, I'm gonna have less fun. I'm gonna enjoy it less, and that's because I'll be tunnel vision focused on it. And I just want to. There's a bunch of other stuff I want to play around with and try out. So we're gonna call it a day, and I'll see you guys on Thursday. Tomorrow's my day off, but I'll see you guys on Thursday. And otherwise, have a lovely night and a lovely week, and I'll see you guys next time. Sweet dreams and toodles.